Hello, everyone. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution, and I have the great honor to introduce you to a friend and colleague, Joyce Mitchell in Maryland. Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Hi, Natalie. How are you there in Normandy?
I'm doing really well. Joyce, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I look forward to our conversation.
Well, it's absolutely my pleasure. I really enjoy interviewing mediators and arbitrators like you who are absolutely passionate about the work that they do. So if you've got a little bit of time, tell me how it is that you came to work in mediation and arbitration.
Well, I did come to an opportunity once to have an arbitration that I had to participate in for a client. And I was impressed with the arbitrator, how he did his work. And I was having some rumblings inside that being a lawyer was not something that was cut out for me. And later I heard that this arbitrator was teaching mediation courses, which I'd heard was an adjunct to the arbitration. I took the mediation course, and from then on in, I was hooked.
And that's a really common story that we hear from litigators. And I had an interview with a gentleman who referred to himself as a recovering lawyer. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was quite appropriate. So in your litigation practice, now in your mediation and arbitration practice, you've got some really interesting specialties. Tell me a little bit about the kinds of clients that you work with most often.
Well, I'll tell you about the specialties, and that'll lead us into the clients. I do mediations. I do facilitations of workplace disputes and of public disputes. I do training, and that training will teach people how to be negotiators or conflict resolution persons within their organization. I do a workplace investigation. There's this concept of early neutral evaluations where a company might think that they have a problem with the particular manager in an organization. So I'll look at that for them. I do EEO trainings. I do arbitrations. I do securities arbitrations around the world now because I have some cases even in Puerto Rico. And I'm an adjunct professor at the University of Maryland School of Law. So as you can see, I do a number of things as a part of this ADR spectrum.
Really impressive. I mean, really impressive, Joyce. So it seems to me that one of the common threads in your practice is the appreciation of the humanity in what you do. So you have all of these different processes, and you do large corporations, small businesses, you do government agencies, you do lots of different work.
And the teaching too in the school.
Mm-hmm. And the teaching too. But, and I know because, you know, we're friends, but I also get a great sense that the common thread throughout all of these processes is that you're really good at just being human and hearing people and working with that aspect of their dispute. Of course, you know, some of the cases are about contracts. Of course, they're about the law. Of course, they're about lots of things. But that the human aspect is something that you not only really enjoy, but are very good at handling.
Well, I appreciate it. You're right about the human aspect of this. One of the things I came to learn is the, I call it the other aspect of the law, which I got great foundation like everyone else did, but it was not allowing me to deal with that human aspect. We dealt with rules of law, interpretations and cases, etc. And I found that there was not a lot of compassion often for the individuals who were involved. People will tell you all the time that when they would come out of a case and the judge decided something for them, they often feel a little left out or they didn't get a chance to get everything they should get. But with the ADR spectrum of things that I provide, I get a chance to accept the fact that we're all human. We have a lot of common traits, but we bring so many fact scenarios to the table that it takes someone who's willing to listen and communicate with the parties to see just what's happening with you. How can I help you? What would you like to see happen? So I have to do those kinds of things. And I frankly just love it. I love every day I go to work.
It's really obvious when anybody talks to you for more than 5 seconds, your passion for this work just comes exploding out. I love that part about you.
Well, thank you. Yes, because I feel it.
Well, and so one of the things that I like about you as a human being and about your practice is that not only are you really well educated, you have multiple degrees, but that, and I know that because we've talked before, that you're always looking for more information, more, better, more, better, more, better. It's an ongoing theme for you. But that once you have something really good, you are driven from inside to share it with other people. And I think that that's a remarkable trait about you. I think that's.
Well, I appreciate that. I started out as a high school teacher years ago, and I learned that the other part of my passion is sharing what I have with others. So even now, when I learn some new techniques, some approaches, or some theories, I like to try them out. I lecture to bar groups all the time, and I have Maryland, DC, and Virginia to choose from. So it's wonderful for me. So when people call me and ask me if I'll be on a panel or if I will do a seminar for them, I like to do that because it helps me to share what I've learned. And it also helps me to learn from the parties in the room because I can share that when I'm on the working side. If I'm doing an early neutral evaluation and there's a conflict that I have to do an observation about, I already sense some of the nuances of things that are going on. There are techniques that I can help the managers with or supervisors or employees with in working. And if I'm doing a case, I bring all that to bear. And it just happens naturally for me once I have, once I've been exposed to it, it just comes to me naturally. And I just share it.
Well, it's a really lovely gift that you have and really generous of you to share it with so many different people from so many different industrial, corporate, personal, governmental walks of life. Joyce, I'm going to encourage everyone who's watching to follow your good example and share this information. Reach out to Joyce. As you can see by watching this video, an incredibly well-educated, generous, lovely human being who really wants just the best for all of us. Joyce, thank you so much for spending some time with me today.
The thanks goes to you, Natalie. And like I always say, I tell people, if there's something I can help you with, give me a call. You will find me, as Natalie is going to ask how to find me, you will find me on mediate.com. I'm on LinkedIn, or even if you look at the University of Maryland School of Law, you will find me as one of the adjuncts there. But I have a Maryland listing of my telephone. Of course, it's not international, just put a 1 in front of it, but call me. Let's talk about your problem. If I can help you, I don't have a set place that I do my work. I can come to your work and help you.
Incredibly generous. Joyce, thank you so much. I, of course, will put all of that contact information down below in the description bar and encourage everyone to reach out to you.
Thank you, Natalie, and a great week to you. And if you were, I don't know if you're going to have Thanksgiving tomorrow, but may you and all of the visitors have a great holiday season.
Thank you so much, Joyce. I really appreciate that. Listen, everyone, as always, thank you for watching. Be good humans.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.